Alright, Mr. Chicken, we are live.
Okie dokie.
Are you ready?
I'm about as ready as can be.
So... No, get this off my screen. For anyone watching this, or who decides to watch this later to see the randomizing of the Pokemons, I want to go over the rules because I haven't gone over that with Chicken yet either. I forget where did I save those? Yeah. All right. So for the Chicken and for anybody watching this in the future before the auction tournament actually begins or anything, here are the rules. Each person must have at least 6 Pokemon at the end, by the end of the auction, and they cannot have more than 10 Pokemon by the end of the auction. So a good idea is to have 10 Pokemon, and that way you can like kind of trick your opponents, because you can swap your Pokemon between different opponents and everything. So it's a good idea to get more than 6 Pokemon, if possible. But then you can go the other way and say, screw that, I'm going to spend all my money on my main 6 Pokemon and I'll be good. Then, of course, you have a certain amount of money to be able to spend. We were going to do 1,500. We're going to call it Pokepeso. And Pokepeso, yeah. And of course, once you're out of money, you cannot bid on Pokemon. If you do not have 6 Pokemon and you are out of money, you will be be handed the Pokemon that nobody bids on. So you are encouraged to try and get 6 Pokemon at least with your money. The Pokemon that will be in the auction is going to be revealed on this stream right now, once I go over the rules. And then I'm going to make a list of all the Pokemon that everyone can see and plan out. There will be a total of 70 Pokemon, with 5 Pokemon being legendary / paradox Pokemon. That means technically, it's possible for everybody to have a legendary / paradox. But there's also the possibility of 1 or 2 people having more than one legendary / paradox. So, that'll be interesting. The date for the actual auction, we're still determining. We're still trying to get days of everybody is clear to be able to do that. The tournament will be round robin, so everybody will fight everybody, best of 3s. We will make a schedule of who is going to fight who first with like rounds. So like, for example, round 1 will be me versus Angie, or Angie versus Chicken, plus Jose versus Oscar. And we're going to do it a little differently, where this time we're not going to have one day of everybody just playing. Everybody's going to be able to set up their own dates and times to play each other. However, we will not move to the next round until all those matches are done. So like, again, round 1 is Luke versus Angie and Chicken versus Oscar or something. Until those 2 rounds are done, we won't move to the next round. So those 2 will figure out their days and times, and next round will start whenever they finish. If there is a tie for the number of wins, the tiebreaker will simply just be another best of 3 to break the tie. And then finally, the winner can choose either between a drawing of their choice, probably Pokemon related, or a $10 eShop card. We're up in the ante this time. Chicken, it is a little weird because you're in the US and everybody else is in Mexico. But I have ways around buying a US eShop card for you, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I got you. I've already done that with Steam and figured that out, so I got it.
I already know I ain't winning, so it's whatever.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I know it came close last time.
Yeah, you've been getting better. You gotten better since we started these tournaments and stuff. Alright. Without further ado, we shall start the Pokemon Randomizer. What I'll probably do is the first 70 normal Pokemon, and then we'll do the legendaries / paradox. Maybe I should have a counter because I am not gonna remember the number. Do I have like a... Let me just put this, and then we should be good. Alright, Chicken, you ready?
Yep.
We got just Paldea, Kitakami, and Blueberry Academy, since we're playing Scarlet Violet.
Yep.
All typings, no legendaries right now. We're only doing the fully evolved Pokemon because why? No, none of us plan on using the baby Pokemon or anything. Whatever forms, I don't think any of those forms are in Scarlet Violet anyways. Nature's is all that. Alright, let's get it. I should get this off because that was just the test. Number 1, Leavanny. Okay, I'm realizing I need to make my little title thing smaller. Let's just do that or something. Can't. Something like that.
I have no clue what that Pokemon is.
Leavanny. I believe Grass Bug. Good attacker. Good physical attacker. Common physical speed sweeper. But as
probably squishy though, right?
Probably squishy. Most likely squishy. I have not used Leavanny before, but that would be cool. Definitely, if you want a physical sweeper, that's a good one to go for. Alright. No, I don't want that. Nope. In the thing. Okay. Alright. Number 2. Greninja. Oh, okay. That is, yep. That somebody's going for Greninja for sure.
There's gonna be multiple people going for
There's gonna be a Greninja goer for sure. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if like nobody goes for Greninja. Even just as an extra, like in the back, Greninja is awesome to have in the background. I mean, that's like a 133 special attack, 142 speed. That guy's kind of crazy. Oh wait, no, that's the Mega. Oops, I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's Mega Greninja. 122 speed and 103 special attack. Still isn't anything to scoff at.
Still up there, yeah. That's still up there.
A really strong ability has what's that ability called? Where you can when you use a move, Protein. When you use a move, Greninja's typing changes to that move's type. So really strong ability, really strong Pokemon overall. That is a crazy way to start this. All right. Number 3, Sandaconda. A more defensive. I believe he has a lot of defense, and he does very well in sandstorms. Like I don't think he starts sandstorms, but he does do. He has like an ability that activates in the sandstorm. So good to bulky Pokemon, and if you plan on doing a sand team, he'd be very good in there.
which we'll probably see some weather teams.
We will probably see weather teams, and you know me, I like my weather teams. I think the last like 2 or 3 tournaments I've been doing weather.
You like your sunny day?
Mm-hmm. I prefer, yeah, I prefer day or the sun teams.
Yeah.
But I'm not new to water teams, at least. I've never used sand or snow before, but I'd be open to it depending on how this goes. Let's see, number 4, Doxbun. Okay.
Oh, last pick.
All right, we're kind of going like down and down and down.
Really
However, Doxbun has been known to be a very strong counter for specific Pokemon. It's kind of niche, but in the right circumstance, Doxbun can be a menace because it has... First off, it's a fairy type, which automatically makes you kind of strong. Fairy types are very strong. And also, it has the ability... I want to say... Doxbun. It's the one that lowers the damage you take from fire and... Oh, okay. No. Well-Baked Body. It receives no damage when hit by fire-type moves and will boost its defense by 2 stages if it's hit by a fire move. So...
Get hit by a fire move?
Yeah. So, let's say you got Leavanny and you expect a fire attack to come at you, and you also got Doxbun. You swap it to that Doxbun and take that fire attack, you take no damage, and you get your defense raised by 2. Which could be terrible, depending on the situation. Now, that Doxbun's stats ain't all that great, for sure, but it could still be a menace. Very, very niche, though, I would say. Very niche. Number 5. Ooh, Bombardier. I have come to love this Pokemon. I used it when we did our Monotype tournament. And I got Flying. So this was one of the Pokemon I used, and I kind of really like it now. It has an ability that increases all the rock move damage by like 50% or something. Which is really strong. It's pretty fast. And, well, that's kind of all it has going for it. But, I don't know. I like it. It could be pretty good. Number 6. Oh, Lord Breloom. Okay. That someone's going for Breloom for sure. That Pokemon is a menace. Very strong physical attacker with access to moves like Spore to put people to sleep. 100% accuracy, by the way.
Insane.
So, very strong physical attacker. Very good with status effects as well. Very scary Pokemon. I'm not a fan of Breloom. Every time I see that thing, I'm scared. I think someone's gonna go for Breloom for sure. Let's see. Huh?
You know it's gonna be you.
I mean, I would love Breloom on my team, but I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go too crazy for it. If it fits my team, maybe, but I don't know. Number 7, Slowbro.
Bro, what is this?
Alright. Slowbro's good at being just an annoying wall to get through.
The tank.
Yes, he's extremely tanky and has a lot of good like status moves as well. I'm pretty sure he could set up walls. Like the Reflect and... What's the other one called? Reflect and... Oh, what's the other one? I can't remember the name.
Reflects the physical. What's the other one?
Yeah. Bro, I'm completely... Light Screen.
Yes, okay, yeah.
My god, okay.
about to look it up. I was like, I know this.
Yeah, I've seen it a million times. Angie uses screens all the time. Angie might go for Slowbro, honestly. I can see Angie going for Slowbro. But yeah, that's kind of an annoying Pokemon to deal with. So we are at 8. This is number 8. Corviknight. Ooh. Not only a pretty decent Pokemon, but also very meta relevant. A lot of people use this in tournaments as a physical wall who can also set up like tailwinds and things.
I think I used him in the in the mono thing.
Oh, I think you did. Yeah, because you had Steel, right?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, very good defensive wall or physical wall, and can help out the team and survive a lot too, because I'm pretty sure it gets Roost, which basically just heals it all the way back up. Yeah, good physical wall. Very meta relevant Pokemon too.
I'm probably gonna try to go with off the wall Pokemon that people ain't gonna really want.
It's a good strategy, saving your money for like not the super good Pokemon, but the ones that are like, I can make this work, because you'll get them for cheap, most likely.
Yep.
So there's so much strategy to like auctioning. It's like, I was talking to Angie about it while we were driving today, and I was like, it's kind of scary because like you get a Pokemon that you really need, and you have like option 1 of like going crazy right off the bat and basically telling everybody, hey, I really want this Pokemon. Now you got people who are gonna be like, oh, he wants this Pokemon, so I'm gonna make him spend more money on it. But then you have the other mind game of like, I'm gonna do that just so people think I really want it and make them bid on it and then just give it to them. And now they have a Pokemon they didn't even want in the first place.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be some mind games in this auction for sure. It's gonna be kind of crazy. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Number 9, Braviary. I am a big fan of Braviary. I love Braviary. It's not seen as a very good Pokemon, obviously, because you don't see it anywhere. I believe it's normal flying. It's one of your, the normal flying Pokemon that's in every generation. I like it. It's a good physical attacker. I don't think I've ever actually used it in a tournament or anything. I'm pretty sure I haven't, at least. Now, if we were able to use Hisui in Braviary, then we'd be talking. Because that's psychic flying, and I love Hisui and Braviary. It's got a really good ability of Sheer Force, where it makes its attack do 30% more damage, but that move loses its secondary effect. So like a move like Ice Fang or something that has a chance to freeze you, it would lose that chance to freeze, but get 30% more attack. Which is a pretty good ability, overall.
Yeah.
So, not a bad Pokemon. I could see myself going for Braviary.
Not me. Give me Magikarp.
Yeah, where's Magikarp? Give me Magikarp. And for Pokemon number 10, you gave me Braviary again.
Doesn't count.
How do I... Unique types prevent repeats?
I don't know.
Unique types? I don't want unique types. I just want every Pokemon to be unique. Oh, well, we can just keep hitting Generate until we get a new Pokemon. Charizard! Oh, lordy.
I figured he was gonna be up there.
Oh, lordy. We got the big Zard in here.
As much as I want to go for it, I know everybody's gonna run to that.
Do I need to say anything about Charizard? Like,
everybody knows.
No, probably the most popular Pokemon in general is He is very strong, especially in the meta right now with Charizard Y, even Charizard X in some cases. Although we don't have Megas in Scarlet and Violet, so still a very strong Sun. Very good for the Sun teams because it has solar power, which I believe lowers its health each turn, but gives it like a whole bunch of more special attack or something like that. So
Him with Tailwind.
yeah. With the Sun and Tailwind up, this thing can be a menace. It's already a pretty good menace by itself, but with all that, not gonna lie,
Pelipper, whatever his name is.
Pelipper, yeah.
Yeah, throw him out. Get Sunny Day, whatever it is, to make the sun out, and then Tailwind, and then switch in. Are we doing doubles? Is this gonna be a double?
Oh, well, we actually haven't debated that. I completely forgot to decide whether this was gonna be singles or doubles. I'm leaning more towards doubles. But that is a very good question. I'm gonna say doubles for now.
We normally do doubles.
We normally do doubles. That's why I'm saying I'm leaning towards doubles. But if for some reason we play I mean, it doesn't matter either way right now. But yeah, even in singles, of definitely a menace. Like if you set up the Sun with one Pokemon and just swap
into yeah.
Still very strong, All right, that's a very strong first 10, I would say. Not like, I mean, I guess Doxbun isn't really a crazy one, but everything else is pretty up there, I would say. That's a solid first 10. Holy. All right, number 11. Oh. Uh-oh.
My favorite EV form.
Umbreon. I know how I'll keep track of this, is I'll separate it every 10.
If I win Umbreon, you gotta get me the shiny version.
Wow, I got that.
Nah, I figured.
So, Umbreon. One of the most annoying tanky Pokemon to deal with. I mean, it gets so much good moves to just be really annoying and never die. It gets Moonlight to heal itself. It gets Foul Play to like really do damage to a physical attacker. I'm pretty sure it gets Screens. It gets all kinds of stuff like Toxic and probably a few other status moves too. Just overall very annoying Pokemon to deal with or get rid of.
That one's gonna have a bid war.
There might be a war for Umbreon between you, Angie, me possibly.
I was about to say, you might throw yourself in there.
I might put myself in there too. But we'll see. Let's see. If there's an Espeon, I might go for the Espeon instead. Number 11, Mandibuzz. I remember you using Mandibuzz.
Which one did I use it in?
I don't know if you used Mandibuzz. I know you used the baby one.
Yeah, I used the baby one in the tournament, in the baby tournament.
I think it was just the baby one.
I went ham with it too, if I believe right.
You did. I think Mandibuzz is popular. It's not a popular Pokemon by any means, but it's popular for being also very annoying to deal with. It's tanky. It's got a good amount of both defense, special defense, and HP, so it can go either way or a little bit of everything. It's also a good Tailwind setter. It has a lot of defensive moves, very similar to Corviknight, but different typing. And having the dark type makes it have special moves like knockoff. So it has different ways to be annoying than some of the other tanky Pokemon we've seen. But if probably not going to be bidded on too much, but if you need like a cheap tanky Pokemon, well, I mean, there you go. You want to just have an extra cheap tank Pokemon in the background? Well, Mandibuzz ain't a bad choice.
I'm gonna have a team of underdogs, so you never know.
And it probably work too. Because there's gonna be the whole thing about having 10 Pokemon. If you do manage to have 10 Pokemon, is you can switch your team based on who you're playing. Because we're all gonna have access to each other's teams. Everybody's gonna know each other player's Pokemon. So you can change your team if you have extras to fit each person you're fighting.
Yeah.
So being like kind of a cheapskate and just getting more Pokemon of a bunch of different variety, that way you can switch up your strategies and different people. That's a way to go too. Which I'm sure we'll see a few people go for that kind of thing. But
even if you get weaker Pokemon, there's always ways.
Oh yeah, oh definitely. And so far, besides maybe Darkspawn, we haven't seen any weak Pokemon. I wouldn't say we've seen any weak Pokemon. Besides Darkspawn, maybe. I don't think anybody's going for Darkspawn, sorry. I have no confidence in that little dog.
Oh no. No, not at all.
The only one I could see maybe picking it up is Angie. Angie might pick up Darkspawn.
Just to have it.
Just to have. It would be... I mean, it would be kind of scary to have this one Pokemon on somebody's team that just says, I don't care about your fire Pokemon at all. But, I don't know. We'll see. I'm cheering for whoever does decide to go for Darkspawn. Good luck.
Imagine the win with him.
Oh! We were just talking!
God.
We were just talking!
Man,
we were just talking!
My homie.
That's your dude right there. Pretty popular Pokemon. I wouldn't say super meta relevant, but another very popular, kind of almost on par with Charizard, I would say.
Put in the work.
That thing puts in work. That thing puts in work. And you can go like different ways, because he could go like crazy offensive, but he also gets a lot of really good supportive moves like Thunder Wave and stuff, like how you used him in Champions.
Yeah, like I got him in Champions.
So
that's exactly how I'd probably build him if I get him.
He's not a one-trick pony like a lot of Pokemon are, and it's gonna be very hard to predict what this thing is gonna want to do.
And you could switch it in between each battle too. You could switch your move, that way people don't know.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna be able to switch moves in between opponents as well. So, like, definitely, I wouldn't even call it a jack of all trades. It's more like a queen of all trades. You know, it might not be the best at each thing it does, but it's pretty dang good at each thing it does.
Exactly.
So, that might end up being a war as well.
Probably so.
I mean, I don't know.
Sorry, Gyarados, if I can't get you.
We've been wrong about our Pokemon predictions before on these tournaments. But, I mean, we thought we were going to see like 2 or 3 Rayquazas for the Legendary tournament. We didn't see a single one!
Right?
So, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe. 14. Oh, Dusknoir.
No, that's gonna be another battle.
Oh man, I love Dusknoir, dude. I mean, I love almost all the ghost Pokemon. I think I do love all the ghost Pokemon. This one specifically is also very known for being just an absolute nuisance to get rid of. It has many ways to prevent itself from dying. It has things like Curse, where it'll do damage to itself, but also a 1/4 of damage to the opponent Pokemon every turn, which is worth it because Dusknoir is tanky, and you'll probably be able to heal back. I'm pretty sure Dusknoir gets Drain Punch, which is an insane move for Dusknoir to have. Let me check this real quick. Alright, chicken. I got it, don't worry. Let me double check. It gets a lot of good supportive moves like Disable, Will-O-Wisp, Hex that would do a lot of damage. Destiny Bond if it really wants to like go that kind of route. I see Wind. Very annoying Pokemon to deal with. Does not get Drain Punch as I thought it did. I don't think. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, no. It doesn't get it. But still a lot of very annoying ways to get rid of Pokemon. It has a lot of attack as well, so it could do a lot of damage if it really wants. It does have a low HP stat, however, which can kind of mess it up a little bit. Oh yeah, okay. All good, chicken. Let's see. For number 15, Orthworm. Okay. A very interesting Pokemon where it's known for one thing and one thing only. And that's its ability, which I believe is called Earth Eater or something like that. Orthworm. What's it called? Yeah, Earth Eater. So if it gets hit by a ground type move, it instead recovers 25% of its HP, which is really good because it is a steel type, which means it only has 2 weaknesses: ground and fire. I mean, three weaknesses, sorry. Ground, fire, and fighting. So with that ability, it only has 2 weaknesses. And ground typing being such an important type to have on your team, Orthworm really makes it hard for you. If you really, for whatever for whatever ground Pokemon you have, it can be very annoying to deal with. It has a lot of defense, like an extreme amount of defense, and it has one of very rare supportive move called Shed Tail, where it makes a substitute but also switches. So it's like 2 moves in one, basically. It's substitute, and then it switches into a different Pokemon, and that Pokemon that it switches to gets the substitute. So you basically put a free well, maybe not free, depending on if it takes a hit first. But it creates a free substitute for another Pokemon, basically, which can be insane and very, very hard to deal with. If a really strong Pokemon gets a substitute and like has time to set up like a Sword Dance or something because of the substitute, that could be scary. That could be really bad. I could see people going for Orthworm. I feel like there's at least one person in our little group that will go for Orthworm. And I'm gonna be terrified of that one. But let's see. So that's 15. All right, let's see what we got for 16. I think I need to try and be a little faster with this because we still got like 50 more Pokemon. And I'm already kind of losing my voice. Oh my god. Alright. Number 16. Quagsire. Okay. Kind of the same dealio where water ground is such an annoying type to deal with. Unless you have a grass type. If you got a grass type, yay, you're pretty good. But aside from that, kind of annoying to deal with. The ground type blocking the electric weakness of the water type is really annoying. And Quagsire in general, also pretty annoying to deal with. He's quite tanky and can be a nuisance. So I could see someone going for him, but at the same time, maybe not. We'll have to see. Depends how well he fits a team or not, I guess. Number 17, Poliwrath. Okay. A lot of water Pokemon coming out. So, Poliwrath's a very strong physical attacker. I believe it's also kind of tanky, if I remember right. Chicken used Poliwrath in one of the tournaments. I forget which one that was. Oh, man. I don't remember what tournament it was. But I remember him using Poliwrath and it being quite annoying to deal with. I feel like Poliwrath's kind of on the same boat as... what is it? Gyarados, where they can kind of be supportive, but also be very offensive with their kits. Poliwrath could be more defensive than Gyarados. I don't think Gyarados really does defensive. It does support and like either support or attack. Poliwrath is kind of, I think, attack or defensive, which is pretty cool to see. That'll be interesting. I don't know if anyone's going for Poliwrath. If somebody goes for Poliwrath, it's probably Chicken, but we'll see. Yeah, Chicken. Your other dude. We might see your whole other team show up on here. So that's number 17. Here's number 18. Golem. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know much about Golem. Bangalore right there. Yep. That's Bangalore. Be honest, I don't know much about Golem. So let's see. I'm gonna look some stuff up. So he's got sturdy. He's got Rockhead, which stops him from receiving recoil damage for doing recoil moves. Which, you know, he has double edge. I would like to imagine he has another recoil move somewhere, probably. Let's see. Very high attack and very high defense as well. So could also be a very offensive or defensive Pokemon. I can imagine somebody getting this in the auction and kind of just using it as an explosion. Would be kind of hilarious. I don't think it's anyone's favorite for sure. Not in this group. I've never seen anybody use it in anything. So I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be something I go for, but maybe we'll see how the auctions go, and maybe I will go for Golem. So we have number. This is 19. We got Gliscor. Okay, Gliscor kind of quote unquote popular for its very unique typing of ground flying, which kind of gives it that electric immunity because of the ground type. So the flying part of it does not have its weakness. However, it is 4 times weak to ice. I'd use it. Golem or Gliscor? Gliscor is kind of sick because it has a very good typing. I've seen a lot of people use it as somewhat of a supportive Pokemon. I believe it gets traps. I think it gets like rocks. Yeah, it gets like spikes and stealth rocks and stuff. So very popular for traps and 1 or 2 supportive moves. Could also go physical. Has a not a bad attack stat, 95, but it's 125 defense, makes it a little harder to go offensive and say, nah, HP defense, throw them traps down. Gliscor, yeah. Gliscor's awesome. I like Gliscor too. I can see myself using it. Just gotta be careful of that 4 times ice weakness. Very, very weak to that. Unless you just, you know, sash him, focus sash, and then he survives no matter what anyways. So, I can see people going for Gliscor, for sure. And for number 20, Hippowdon. While not a very popular Pokemon, Hippowdon could be very useful as a sandstorm setter. It's one of its abilities that it sets the sandstorm. So while it's not a super popular Pokemon in general for things, being able to, in Pokemon history, Pokemon who can set up the weather just by entering the field have always been good. At least, if anything, they always set up the weather for whatever your team needs, you know? Which is really good. I don't remember Hippowdon even being in Scarlet and Violet. I completely forgot it was in Scarlet and Violet, but it definitely is. And its stats aren't bad either. It's a really big tank, or it could be a really it could lock in on offense too. Only thing I really know about this thing is that it can set up the sandstorm for a team. So if someone's planning to use a sandstorm team, then they are most likely going to pick up Hippowdon. Very good Pokemon for setting up weather. I believe that's number 20, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. All right, we have 20 down. Can I like center this a little bit so it looks better? Something like that. Trying to be a little fancy with this. Alright. Let's get it. We still got 50 more Pokemon to go. Well, 45 plus the 5 legendaries / paradox. So, number 30. Number 21. Ooh, Pyroar. Okay. Pyroar being one of my, maybe not one of my favorites, but I really like Pyroar. A very strong special attacker. And that's basically it. I mean, that's all it really is. But it has a really weird typing of normal fire. Normal fire. It gets access to like hyper voice and things like that. Got an awesome mega in Champions. However, this is Scarlet and Violet, so we're not going to be able to use that. Not much else to say besides it's just a strong special attacker. It has very high special attack and very high speed. And that's all. That's what it's got. Really good fire coverage with heat wave and overheat. And could be a menace. I forget what abilities this thing gets. I think it's rivalry. I don't think it gets any like too crazy ability. Yeah, rivalry, unnerve. Well, it gets Moxie, which doesn't help it at all because Moxie raises your attack, and Pyroar is a special attacker. It's like, why? Who did this? Who at Pokemon did this? Who gave a special attacker an ability that raises its attack? Like, come on. This thing would see more use if it had an actual ability that's useful. But alright. 30. I keep saying 30. 22. Jesus. It's because I see a third row and I immediately think 30. Alright. 22. Bruh. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna go for this ever for any reason. This would be a crazy Pokemon to get stuck with if you run out of money. So I guess at some point we had to hit a Pokemon where it's just like, no. Has very good abilities for when there is sun. It has both solar power and chlorophyll. I think that's about all it has going for it. It has a very strong 105 special attack though. But this thing's only got 30 speed. So like it kind of has to be put in Trick Room. If you like somehow get a sunny day Trick Room thing going, okay, I could see this thing cooking a little bit. But other than that, this thing's gonna struggle.
You never know, you might see it on Chicken's team.
Man, I might go sunny day team, and I might rock it with some Flora. So, well, I mean the second wave of 10 Pokemon was kind of stacked, so we had to hit something. We had to hit something on the downside. All right, let's just go to 23. Ooh, Tentacruel. Pretty cool Pokemon. Water Poison. Has a high special defense, I think. I believe
I think so. He's tanky. He can take some hits.
Yeah, Tentacruel can be pretty tanky, but he can also be really strong too, if I remember right. No, he's not that strong. He's fast though. He has high special defense at 120 and 100 speed, so very fast. Can build him very bulky. I know for some reason, I've always questioned this. For some reason, Tentacruel always gets Sword Dance. Actually, I'm looking at the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could teach Tentacruel Sword Dance. I know he gets it in Sword and Shield. Yeah. Okay, I see it now. Yeah, he still gets Sword Dance in Scarlet and Violet, and I never understood why. But he can. So he could be a surprise sweeper if left alone for too long. Like, this thing could clean house if you leave it alone. I like Tentacruel. I would love to use Tentacruel. But we'll see how the team builds up, and then... let's see.
He's one of my favorites from the olden days, you know what I'm
saying? Yeah, he's a classic. Old school. Alright, 24. Altaria. A very... I want to say a very defensive Pokemon too. Dragon Flying. Yeah, Dragon Flying.
People's gonna go for that one for sure.
I think so. Has a very unique hidden ability that like prevents any kind of weather effects going on.
That would be decent.
So, like, very good Pokemon just to have, like, in case you know your opponent's doing weather stuff. This thing could be a good counter. Yeah, very defensive. Has 105 special defense. It's kind of like average overall. It's probably got like decent stats and everything else, and just a very high special defense. So, I don't see it a lot.
I might have to add that to my maybe list.
Yeah. I know the list for this is gonna be crazy. Like, we're all gonna have like, I need this list, a maybe list, I definitely don't want this list. It's gonna be really interesting to see how everything shifts in these auctions.
Yeah.
Altaria, I could see somebody taking it. I could see somebody bidding. I don't know if anyone's gonna go too crazy over Altaria, but I could see someone trying to get it for cheap. Okay, 25. Ooh, Alcremie. Another Pokemon I believe Angie will go for. Angie loves Alcremie. Alcremie, she went on an Alcremie hunt for every type of Alcremie, which is like, I think in the 70s or something.
He gave me like one of the rarest ones, I think.
Yeah, like she has every type of Alcremie. I think she's still working on the shiny versions, but
Oh my god.
yeah. So,
Is there a shiny version for each one?
I don't, not every different form, but every like fruit. Like I think there's 6 different fruit or something.
Oh yeah.
And you can get those in shinies, but not like the different patterns and stuff. Like once it's shiny, it just has the same pattern. So, very. Oh, it could be. Alchemy has always been used very defensively, where it has a very high special defense naturally, and it gets the move Acid Armor, where it increases its defense by 2 stages. So it's very popular for doing that, basically, is just being impossible to get rid of. And it has healing moves like Draining Kiss and stuff, so... if left alone for too long, this thing can easily get out of hand. It has the unique move Decorate, which is really cool, where it buffs your other Pokemon in both attack and special attack by 2 stages. So this thing can be a menace in many different ways.
2 stages is wild.
Yeah. And I'm terrified of this one. If like this might be one of the ones that I be like, alright, if I'm not getting this Pokemon, I need to make whoever is getting this Pokemon spend some money. Cause I'm pretty scared. I'm kind of scared about Alchemy, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, the 2 stages things and everything. Insane.
Yeah, it could be a problem. Very easily. For 26. Oh, Smeargle. Okay, that's an interesting one. Very interesting one. Because Smeargle is actually kind of considered to be high tier in the meta. Because it can learn... Basically, people use it as a supportive Pokemon. Because as... I'm not sure you know or not. Smeargle can learn any move. Any move. Even signature moves from other Pokemon.
That is insane.
Even legendaries. It can learn any move from any Pokemon. You just have to train it in a very weird way. Where you need to fight said Pokemon, make them use the move that you want to copy, and then copy it. So this thing's stats are pretty bad, which is why people use it supportively instead of offensively, because the stats aren't too good. So even if you copy really strong attacks, he doesn't have the base stats to really support those moves. So people use it supportively with like Spore and stuff. I've actually trained a Smeargle not too long ago. And that's kind of tempting for me. Smeargle might be one I go for. Because if trained right, Smeargle can do many things. The problem is putting in the time to actually do all that insane training stuff. So, I don't know. It might be something I go for. I can't see anybody else going for it simply because they won't want to train it. But
yeah,
that's something I could see myself doing. I genuinely And I shouldn't say this on stream because then I'm putting information out there that I don't want my opponents to know. I genuinely might go for Smeargle, I think. I like Smeargle. And I would love to train a very annoying Smeargle. But that all depends on everything else and if people try to outbid me.
Yeah.
So, 26 is an interesting one. Ooh. 27.
I can't wait. I can't wait for tournaments whenever Wind and Wake comes out, bro.
Yeah. Oh, me too, dude.
Krabby. I want Krabby. That's it.
I want every Krabby and all of the Krabbies.
Exactly. I just want Krabby.
Rampardos for number 27. A really, really strong physical attacker. I believe its attack stat is
fast
just...
too?
Is he fast? Let's see. He's not that fast. He has base 58 speed.
Okay, so he's slow.
However, his attack stat is 165.
Oh, that is insane.
This guy can take out probably anything he wants to if he gets the chance to move. And he gets sheer force, which is what I was talking about earlier. The ability that gets rid of the secondary effect but increases the power. So this thing with sheer force is like, it's probably one-hitting most things if it's left on the field. This thing is scary. This thing is very scary. That's probably gonna be my like compete with like list. Like I don't know if I'm gonna want it, but I don't want my opponents to take it for cheap for sure. I'm terrified of that thing.
I definitely ain't. I ain't gonna go for it,
but we'll see. We'll have to see. Number 28. Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh, it's the dude himself. It's the 1000 dude himself. All right.
I might have to spend some money.
You might have to spend some money.
Pesos. I mean, they're not repo pesos.
Pokepeso.
Yeah.
Wrong game.
I'm missing the repo, okay?
Dude, me too, honestly. I could see a few people going for Goldango. I don't think I'm gonna go for. Well, I don't know. Goldango's hard to not go for.
Better stay away from him.
I probably will. I probably will. I don't think I'm gonna mess with Goldango too much. Although I don't know if I want people having him for cheap either, because that dude can be a nightmare.
I'll buy the rest of my team cheap. I'll spend every. I'll spend every peso on it and get the
1400 on Goldango. I still got 100. I'll use my 100 on something else.
Get that dang dog.
I mean, a very strong ability, very strong typing of Steel Ghost. Very strong signature ability, Make It Rain. And yeah, very strong, very fast. Just a generally really good Pokemon. Very popular too.
Rain, boy.
Meta relevant. Just, I mean, he's just there. He's just that dude. Go for 29. Crawdont. We don't get a picture of him.
I guess we don't.
Oh, there he is. Okay. He was late. From what I know of Crawdont, he is a strong physical attacker. Water Dark. He gets some really good useful moves from the dark typing, like knockoff and stuff, which is very useful. I believe he also gets Sword Dance, which could be really scary.
It can be.
Overall not like super threatening, but could be a problem.
Based on telling me I need to go for him.
He has very strong abilities, where one is Hyper Cutter, which means he can't have his attack lowered. and adaptability, which means he increases the damage done from moves that are the same typing as him even more. So, a pretty scary Pokemon. He has a high attack of 120. So with that and like adaptability, he could be pretty scary. He's got a few good supportive moves too. Obviously going full offense with Sword Dance and stuff, he could be a menace. So, Pokemon to look out for. And then we finally have number 30. Oh my god.
I already got one of them.
We got the laziest motherfucker in this Pokemon. Easy to describe. Very insane Pokemon. I mean, stats. He has the stats of legendary Pokemon. But his ability holds him off, where he has to take one turn of rest after every turn. So, while not super threatening because of him having to take a turn, if this thing hits the field and gets an attack off, it's probably dead, whatever it is.
Yep, that's exactly how it was whenever I used them.
Yeah, and that's kind of all Slocking wants to do, is kind of get in there, take someone out, and then chill. If he does that, he's done his mission. Who cares what happens while he's resting? He's done his job.
And then he can be tanky.
He can also be very tanky and annoying to deal with.
He tanks some hits.
And he could have like rest, where he just fully heals again. A menace. Definitely a menace.
He could easily attack somebody, take them out, get hit by the next Pokemon, survive it, and then take that one out too.
Yeah. Yep.
He could easily wipe out 2 Pokemon.
If you don't get rid of this thing fast, it will just mess your team up very easily. I'm terrified of this thing.
Throw quick blow on him. Game.
Holy fuck! I cannot let people have this for cheap. I don't care. I have to like make people pay for this one. I can't let something like Slocking go cheap. It's just not gonna happen. So oh my god, this is kind of terrifying. There's actually so many.
Goldingo and yeah.
Ooh, there's so many strong hitters in just the first 30 already. Oh boy! Alright. Let's go for 31. Ludicolo!
He could be a pain.
He can absolutely be a pain. Unique typing of water grass. So he kind of blocks off the fire weakness for grass by being a water type, which is super useful. And just an annoying typing in general to deal with. I know Angie really likes Ludicolo, so she might go for Ludi.
Yeah, she used him against us before.
Yeah. Actually not too familiar with his stats. He's on the special side. He has pretty good special attack and pretty high special defense. I believe most people usually use him as more of a supportive Pokemon. He gets some good supportive moves like Encore and stuff like that. Chilling Water is also really good. Fake Out. I didn't even know this thing got Fake Out. What? Really? Yeah, definitely a very strong supportive Pokemon. Could be pretty annoying to deal with the typing. And yeah. Not looking forward to whoever picks this one up. 32. I can finally say the 30s. Ooh, Meteor.
That could be a bit annoying.
So I love Minior. I used it in my flying team for the monotyping. And this thing is really crazy. It gets, what's it called? Shell Smash, which is a very kind of rare move for a Pokemon to get. I think only like 4 or 5 Pokemon know it. Where it loses one stage in both defenses and speed, I think. But both its attack stats go up by 2. So, it also has the weird ability where while it's in its rock, like, because Minior is like in that rock at first and then it like pops out later. While it's in the rock, it actually has very high defenses. Like very, very high. Yeah, in rock form it has 100 defense and 100 special defense. And then once it pops out of the rock, it switches to 100 attack and 100 special attack. So it's this weird combination of like, it starts off as a very tanky Pokemon and then it turns into a very offense crazy Pokemon. I remember not using this Pokemon to its fullest potential, I would say. I don't think I pushed it too much. Would love a second try at using Minior. I don't think it's a very popular Pokemon in general. Yeah, most people, I don't think I've ever really seen anybody use it. I watch a lot of Pokemon too. But I like it. I might go for it. We'll see. Maybe if I could get it for cheap. I don't know. I wouldn't really say.
Just have in your back pocket.
Yeah, like I wouldn't really say it's a scary Pokemon. It can be annoying if you don't like deal with it before it breaks out of its rock. But I don't know. Let's see. So 33. Ooh, Copperajah. Okay. Also not a very popular Pokemon in general. It's mostly just known for being a very strong physical wall. I believe it's just Steel type, or it might be Steel Ground. But either way, could be used in sandstorms. Because Steel types benefit from sandstorms, if I believe. That's all I really know. It's just a strong physical wall, and it's... I believe it has a good attack stat too. It's just very slow. Could be a nuisance. Don't really think anybody's gonna go for it, but if somebody does, hey, good for them. Trying to fix this. I would say that's good. And then we got 34. I don't think anybody's going for this. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I've never seen a single soul use the Pokemon. Actually, I think I do remember somebody using this, but it was in a very weird format where they didn't have much of a choice. And I think it was like really hard to get rid of. Like it could be very defensive. It gets Regenerator, which is really annoying. It recovers health when it swaps out of battle. I think I'm seeing the reason why it's very annoying to deal with. It has a base stat of 165 HP.
Okay.
This thing has a lot of health. It also got a not too bad defense stat of 80. So like, if it goes HP defense and you don't have a special attacker, it's gonna take a while to get rid of this thing. It gets wish too. Okay, I can see why this. All right, I'm believing in Alomomola.
Wish could, yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to see the potential of this fish, and I don't like it because if I don't have it, I don't like anybody else having it. So possible. Something on my maybe list. Weird looking fishy. 35. Oh.
People's gonna go for him.
Oh, Inteleon. One of the Sword and Shield starters. So I believe Angie really likes Inteleon. I don't think I've ever really seen him like used in battle too much. He has the hidden ability where it increases his critical hit attacks by a whole bunch. So if he crits, you're dying. You are dying. He has very high special attack and very high speed. I would put him kind of in the same, maybe not the same tier, but on the same level kind of Greninja. We're a very strong special attacker and very fast. However, Greninja has a way much more useful ability to change his typing. Whereas the sniper ability could be useful, but you got to get a crit to make it useful. And from what I'm seeing, he doesn't have anything to like really up his crit chance.
You'd have to use an item.
He might have to use an item, yeah. And like that's kind of, I mean, that's about it. He's just a very strong and fast special attacker, and if he crits you, you're dead for sure.
Look at me knowing Pokemon stuff.
Look at you knowing Pokemon stuff. I don't know. Not really something I'm worried about. I would say I'm actually more worried about Alomomola than Inteleon. But we'll see. For 36. Okay.
There's yours.
We got the Vor. I don't know. I'd have to fight Angie for her. This one's gonna be a fight. This one is gonna be a fight. Depending on my team, I might go for it. But I'd have to see. Very decent, like this Pokemon can be very supportive. It could be very strong and annoying to deal with. I would say similar to Gyarados, where if it goes offensive, it can do some damage, and if it's supportive, it can cause a shit ton of problems for you. Not
100%.
Something I really wouldn't want people to get for free. That's for sure.
Definitely like fake bid on that.
I need you to leave. Time to go. I am in the middle of something. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, useful, very useful in just about most teams. I mean, there's a strong psychic, a strong fairy. Many different ways to be annoying. Not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping not to see Gardevoir on this list.
I wasn't waiting to see Gholdingo.
That's crazy that we got Gholdingo on here. I really think this list is immediately...
We got my whole dang team almost. We got
that's what I'm saying.
Polygod.
We got a lot of strong contenders too. Just in the first 30. Well, with Gardevoir here, let's move to 37. Oh, Heracross. Okay. Not knowing for being a very relevant Pokemon, I guess, but definitely strong in its own regards. I believe this thing has a very high very high attack stat. Yeah, I would fucking say so. No, that's the Mega. Yeah, okay, I would hope that's not the right one. Okay. Still a very high attack stat of 125.
He could be tanky too, right?
He has good HP and really good special defense too. He's actually not too bad all around. He's got low special attack, but who cares? He has a 125 attack. Decently fast, decent defenses, decent HP. He could go tanky too, yeah. I don't know how his supportive moves are, but for sure as a offense attacker, he's pretty scary. He gets Sword Dance too. Oh yeah, this guy's kind of terrifying.
He definitely can be.
Yeah, he could be a problem. He could definitely be a problem. What is it? Bug fighting? Yeah, that's a pretty interesting typing. He has really great abilities with Guts and Moxie. Guts increasing your damage by 50% when you're affected by a status, which is insane. Moxie raising your attack by 1 stage every time you knock out a Pokemon. So that's also pretty horrifying. Very scary Pokemon. I still don't think... I feel like I'm going to regret saying this. Not something I personally feel that scared of. But I could see it sweeping very easily. So I am going to have to try to be prepared if somebody picks this thing up. 4, 5, 6, 38. Hey, Vaporeon. Our second Eevee. Of all the Pokemon, or of all the evolutions that are annoying to deal with, Umbreon's number 1, first of all. But then, secondly, Vaporeon is probably number 2. Vaporeon has a very high HP stat, and it has a lot of decent moves to either up its defenses, like it gets acid armor, and it gets things to heal, like the what's the water move, the Aqua Ring, I think, to keep healing.
I think so.
Yeah, high 130 HP and 110 special attack. So not only does it have a lot of HP, it's also got a pretty good amount of special attack too. Could easily run supportive moves. It could also surprise you with some damage too, like a Surf here and there. And just hit everything. So I'd say pretty scary Pokemon, if not dealt with correctly.
Yeah.
Not as scary as Umbreon, I would say. Umbreon to me is scarier. But Vaporeon can do its own thing. Okay, we are at 39. Kingdra.
Man,
Alright, we're getting a lot of waters.
that might be a water route to go after.
There's gonna be a lot of water Pokemon in this. Kingdra being a dragon. Right? Kingdra is a dragon type, I believe.
I think so.
Let me refresh my memory about Kingdra. Dragon water, yep. Abilities aren't too crazy. Besides Swift Swim is a really good ability to have in the rain. It doubles its speed in the rain. Overall, decent stats. Nothing too crazy, just a very high base line of everything. Everything's in the 75 to 95 range. Which really isn't bad. You could go kind of many different ways. With Swift Swim, it makes it really scary in the rain. If somebody goes rain team and picks this thing up, that could be dangerous. A lot of really good supportive moves too. I guess Yawn. It has Dragon Dance to increase its attack and speed. Chilling Water is good supportive. Icy Wind is a good support move. Waterfall, scary. Dragon Pulse. It got a lot of really... Oh, Draco Meteor. It gets Draco Meteor too. Oh, this thing.
Yeah, it got some solid
Woo!
stuff.
Okay. Gotta watch out for this guy. That's a sleeper for sure. I feel like Kingdra is like one of those Pokemon where you think, that's not... I ain't worried about him. And then he hits you with something.
Comes out and hits you with Draco Meteor. And
Yeah, and you just insta lose. Well, a sleeper Pokemon, I would say. And now we have number 40. Jumpluff.
you want to know what's crazy?
The pluff of jumping. What?
Not a one electric Pokemon so far, right?
I don't think so. I don't think we had a single electric Pokemon yet. Holy shit, yeah, you're right. Not, oh man, that makes the water Pokemon even scarier.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a really good notice from you. Not a single electric type. Wow, that is true.
That makes Gyarados a little bit more relevant.
That actually does. That actually really does.
I know we still got time, you know.
There's still time. We're 40 out of 65. I mean, we're more than halfway through. But that is a really good point. That we don't have a single electric type yet. Wow. I didn't even realize. Dang, okay. Well, that's that'd be crazy if we only have one electric type and people have to fight for it.
It would be wild.
Alright, for number 40 we got Jumpluff. Really good supportive Pokemon. Good in the sun. It has Chlorophyll, which doubles its speed. Infiltrator, which makes it hit through any kinds of shields or screens. I think if anybody ever uses... Huh?
It can be useful, but it's not going to be popular.
It's not going to be popular, for sure. But a very good, probably cheap support Pokemon. Very, very good support Pokemon to have. If you have a Sun team, it makes it a lot more useful. Although it's pretty fast without Chlorophyll, so I don't know. I would say something if you don't have like any support Pokemon or you just want a cheap support real quick. It's pretty good. Pretty good to have. Let's go to 41. Excadrill. Alright, Excadrill being very popular for sand teams. It has a very high attack. It's pretty low on the speed side. However, if it's in the sand, it has an ability that doubles its speed. So, very common with like Tyranitar and
I've learned he could be very annoying in champions.
yes, he's very popular in champions right now because of how popular sand teams are. Specifically with Tyranitar.
Yep.
While we haven't seen Tyranitar yet, we have seen Hippowdon, which can set sand up as well. So I could see somebody going for a sand team and doing like Hippowdon, Sandaconda, which is very good in sand, Excadrill.
I mean, even Smeargle or whatever his name is can set up Sandstorm.
It can, yeah. But I'm talking about like when it enters the field, Hippowdon can set the sand up.
Yeah.
Instead of like actually using the move Sandstorm to.
Yeah, it's just an ability.
Hippowdon has the Sandstorm ability, which is very useful. So I could easily see someone going for a Sand team. I think, honestly, if I don't see anybody else going for a Sand team, I might go for a Sand team. To be completely honest, there's a lot of good Pokemon here for a Sand team. And we haven't seen any other weather setters yet, like Torkoal for sun or Pelipper for rain or anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
We've only seen the sand setter so far. Yeah,
Yep.
Other Pokemon can learn the weather moves too, but I'm talking about like the ones who set it by themselves without using the move.
By abilities, yeah.
So, Sand Team will be very scary already. And if we see Tyranitar later, oh, it's done. Like, somebody's doing a Sand Team. And it's gonna be scary. If they get all the Pokemon they need, at least. So, that is a very strong 41 Pokemon. Let's go 42. We already got Pyroar. 42. Mudsdale. Mudsdale, yeah. So, I believe Mudsdale is on the same level as Caparaja, where it's a very strong physical tank. I think it leans a little more towards offense though than defense. Just a little bit. It has this 100 HP, 100 defense, and a solid 125 attack. It is a ground? Yes, it is a ground type. Very powerful Pokemon. Kind of have to have a special attacker to deal with this thing. And if you don't, you're probably not going to kill him because of the stamina ability, giving itself more defense every time it's hit by an attack. You aren't killing this thing physically. It even has iron defense to double its defense. Like, you aren't killing this thing physically. So, very, very strong physical wall, and also a pretty scary attacker if you let it get it hit off. Something to look out for. 43. Oh, Barraskewda. This thing is known for being a glass cannon. I believe it's very powerful and very fast, but will die also very easily. Funny funny fact about this thing. This is one of Angie's least favorite Pokemon of all time.
What? Why?
Mainly because during some of her water shiny hunts, this thing is always running up on you because it's fast as fuck.
It is. Yeah, it is.
This thing has a 136 base speed and a 123 base attack. Unless you got Trick Room going, this thing will at least get one attack off. And if it does, it's got a pretty good chance of killing you. I think that's just about it for him because there's really nothing else to go off of. He's just very fast, very strong physically, and if it's the rain, he doubles the speed even more.
So it's just the rain team. He's gonna be a pain.
Even without rain, he's still stupid fast. He's got really good. He's got some coverage with he's got a dark move. He's got a psychic move. Poison. He's got good coverage moves too. So very dangerous. But as long as you can survive, you should be able to take him out pretty easily. Very squishy too. 44. Ooh, Samurott. As of now, I believe what we're gonna do for Pokemon that have different forms, like Galarian or Hisuian and stuff like that, we're gonna say if you have the Pokemon, you can change to whichever form you want. Because I know Samurott has a Hisui form that is 1,000 times more popular for its signature move that hits the opponent and also sets spikes up. Outside of that, I've never seen people use this Pokemon, sadly. That's all people ever use it for, is that one signature move that sets spikes up.
Seen him in Champions, but that's it.
Yeah.
That's and not even on good teams.
Yeah. Aside from that, no one really uses this guy, and I hate to see it because I really like Samurott and I would love to be able to use it in a different way than just setting up spikes and calling it a day. So something I might look into. Not really the craziest Pokemon, but I would love to be able to try to use it. And also I recently shiny hunted this thing in Sword and Shield. Not Sword and Shield. In Scarlet Violet, I recently shiny hunted it, and it took forever. It took me like a day to find a shiny.
Damn.
But I finally I did it after a while. A long while. And I was very happy. So I don't know. Something I want to use if it goes with my team. Something I might try to pick up even if it doesn't fit too well. If it's for cheap. But not something.
I'm hoping we get Arbok.
Arbok? Oh, that could be fun, yeah. Well, let's see. He might show up on number 45. That's not Arbok.
That's definitely not Arbok. Same gen.
Although, I was terrified of seeing this Pokemon. And do you know why?
What's up?
Because this thing, with Slocking, is a nightmare. This thing has an ability that gets rid of every other Pokemon's ability on the field.
Oh,
which
man,
means, yeah, if you run this thing with Slocking in a doubles match and it turns off everybody's ability, Slocking goes crazy. You will not stop the Slocking. Because now he does not have to take a turn of rest.
Just add that to my list.
This, I'm not sure how much the others know about like these kind of strategies, these kind of sort of niche strategies.
Hopefully they don't know about it. So I can
But
just
yeah, if they don't know about, I mean, I might have to like, at least make you pay for this. Come on now, a Slot King without his ability, I gotta try to contest you with that. That's horrifying. That is horrifying. That is a legendary in disguise. That motherfucker over there. And Weezing itself isn't too bad. It's a very defensive Pokemon. It can be annoying just because poison types are very useful nowadays with fairies. So having at least one poison type in general is very nice to have to deal. Oh, especially with like we have Alchemy and Gardevoir. Well, I think Gardevoir's psychic, so that doesn't work. But Alchemy, it helps very much against Alchemy. Doxbun is also fairy. I don't think we have that many fairy types yet. We have what, two? Two
yeah,
fairy?
I don't think so.
Alchemy and Gardevoir, I think that's it.
I want to say that's it.
So maybe poison isn't like too useful right now. Let's see how many more fairy types we run into. Let's see if we run into an electric type first.
I don't need poison to be useful. I just need that ability.
It's true. You ain't gotta worry about typings at all if you got those two. Once we saw Slot King, I was like, oh fuck, I hope we don't run into Weezing. But here we are. That's gonna make things interesting. Okay. 46. Oh, Flygon. Okay. You got another dragon.
Bro, where's the electric at?
For real. I can't say I know too much about Flygon. It's not popular, and I don't really see it too much. Ground Dragon, it has like a very unique typing. However, it is also 4 times weak to ice. It does have the Levitate ability, which is kind of useful, I guess. Pretty high attack and pretty high speed, but nothing really too crazy, I would say. I don't know if I've ever seen like this thing do something like out of this world, like I don't know, Weezing, Slot King.
Yeah.
But not a bad Pokemon by any means. Very strong, has a lot of really good moves. It's a dragon type, so of course it's strong. And Levitate isn't bad if you got like a team that wants to use Earthquake and stuff. So something to kind of look out for, but not really too high up there on my radar. Wouldn't mind using one. I think it would be kind of fun. 40. What are we on? 47. Belly Bolt. There's our electric. Probably not the electric type you were looking for, but there it is.
Definitely not.
Didn't get a single reaction out of you.
Nope.
I would say Belly Bolt's kind of underestimated. It is an electric type. It has high HP and high special attack. Pretty decent defense and special defense. And it's also very slow. Yeah, it's very slow. Obviously can go pretty well defensively, and I think most people do, especially with the ability it has, where every time it takes damage, it boosts the power of its next electric type move.
That could be useful.
So,
especially...
yeah, can definitely be useful if built tanky, and then take a few hits and then use an electric move and just kind of wipe things out. Yeah, that's kind of all it has going for it. like it has a few defensive or like supportive moves, like Electro Web, slowing down the opponent. It's really nice. Toxic, it can poison people. It does have both screens. A Volt Switch is really good as a pivot. A sleeper Pokemon, I would say.
Oh, 100%.
People sleep on this guy. So now we're at 48. Muck. This, of course, means Alolan Muck is also on the table. Yep. So I've always really wanted. I think I did use Muck. I used Muck in. Oh, I forget what.
I know you used him. I just don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I used him. I don't remember what it was. What did I use Muck in? I just remember using him, and he was actually pretty useful. I lost that tournament by a lot, but I don't think it was Muck's fault. Really strong. Well, it's like defensive, but it's also, I think it has high defense. No, it has high special defense. High special defense, HP, and attack. So it's really good. Kind of similar to Belly Bolt, but it's slow. So pretty good defensively. Has a good attack stat too, though. So it could do some damage as well as be an annoying wall to deal with. Learns a lot of moves. Like you can do a lot of different kind of move sets on this guy. Something I wouldn't mind trying to use again, as last time I used it, I did get just demolished. I completely forget what tournament that was that I used them in, but wouldn't mind a second chance with this guy. He's just kind of silly. I like him.
Yeah, he'd be pretty cool to see again. You know what I'm saying?
Also a classic, if I remember right. Like he's what? Is he Gen 1?
I want to say he is.
He's either Gen 1 or Gen 2. He's very early.
Yeah, like really, really, really early.
Yeah. So cool little classic guy that I would like to use. We are on to 40. What are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 49? Oh, 49 already? Damn. We already got off of me.
Yep.
Hawlucha! Is this what?
He could be annoying in the megas and stuff like that, but besides that, I don't know.
Hawlucha is surprisingly strong. He has a high attack stat if I remember right. Sadly, I don't think anybody's really gonna go for Hawlucha. Okay, it's not a very high attack stat. It's 92, and he has 118 speed.
Insane.
So, very fast, decent attack. I wouldn't say anything crazy, but a decent amount of attack. He's got a lot of decent moves. Like, he has Brick Break that can get rid of screens. He has Sword Dance, which would make him insanely scary. Brave Bird is like an all or nothing move. It has high recoil damage, but that's a 120 base attack move. Like, that is gonna hurt whatever it hits.
100%.
Even without a high attack set. And if he Sword Dances, oh, you're done. So, based just on stats, he's not too crazy or scary. But if left to set something up, or even just to get rid of screens, he could be a little scary. He has Unburden too, which if he consumes his whatever held item, his speed is doubled. So you probably won't outspeed this thing if he eats eats berry or something.
Yeah, that would suck.
I don't think anybody's really gonna go for Hawlucha. Sadly, I would love to see this guy go crazy, but I don't think anyone is unless they really want like a fighting type or a flying type.
Never know.
But I mean, I don't know. There's not a lot of Pokemon in this batch that like really loses to fighting. I guess Excadrill could be taken out by a good fighting type move.
But you also have Poliwrath that learned fighting moves, and
Yeah, there's Poliwrath too. And I don't know, I feel like Poliwrath has more utility than Hawlucha.
oh, it does.
So, I don't know. Not something I expect people to go for, but if they do, yeah, I'm cheering for you. And then we have number 50. Now, I was gonna say our like tens Pokemon have been crazy, except for Jumpluff, kinda.
Yeah.
But let's see, number 50. Oh hell no.
What the heck?
Oh hell no. What the fuck? Comfy.
You
Alright.
jinxed the shit out of it.
I sure did. Oh man. I
We
guess
ain't even gotta explain that one.
dude, is there anything redeeming about Comfy? I gotta try to say something good about it's another fairy type. You know, fairy types are pretty good.
Whack.
When it has a very rare ability called Triage. I think Triage is how you're supposed to pronounce it. Where healing moves have a +3 priority, which means this thing's going first if it's using a speed, or if it's using some kind of healing move, it's going first no matter what. It actually does have high special defense and high speed. However, that is a weird combination. Its special attack isn't that great, and its HP is kind of terrible. So building this thing defensively is almost not really an option. I guess you could do it, but it's still not going to help it out too much.
Start out there to heal.
Take a hit, be a sacrifice.
Be a sacrifice and heal slacking.
Like, the only... I don't know. Like, it gets Helping Hand, which is a really good support move.
I don't think no, that's gonna be bottom of the barrel right here.
Yeah. I don't think this is gonna be anyone's gonna go for this. Sadly. It has good support moves, but those stats are kind of abysmal. So I don't see anybody wanting this. Unless they're just really trying to make a like low tier Pokemon work, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are on 51 now. Huh.
Wanna like the buzz.
I would say we got way more big hitters than we do, like, not really good hitters, you know?
Yeah.
I think we have a very strong 50 right here. Minus, like, what, 2 or 3? Even Jumpluff isn't... I wouldn't say Jumpluff is, like, on the Comfy level. Like, Jumpluff is up there. But Comfy's the bottom. But Comfy and Sunflora is probably the bottom of the bottom right now. I don't think anybody's going for those two at all. Gotta try to space this out a little bit.
Definitely.
Something like that. Alright. Let's see how the 60s do. And then we will be right there for the legendaries right after. Which will be super interesting. So, 51. Oh my good.
Yep, they're gonna be going after him.
Starting the 50s strong with Lucario. Pretty sure this guy can go attack or special attack. He has high both, if I remember right. Unfortunately, don't really see him that much in competitive or even in our own like tournaments and stuff. We haven't seen him too much, but for sure a scary Pokemon to deal with. Fighting Steel, can't flinch this guy. What's his base? Yeah, 110 attack, 115 special attack, and 90 speed. Nothing to, not too great or not too high, but better than normal, above average. And very, very solid move pool. He has extreme speed, which is insane to have. Close combat is terrifying. Sword dance is terrifying. He can go special or attack. He can bulk up. He can calm mind. Power up punch. He's scary. He has nasty plot too. He has like every stat boost move in the game. So
Great.
like, you're not even gonna know how he's gonna attack you when you face him. He might go attack and he might go special attack. You don't know.
Yeah.
And he has status moves to increase both, or just one. And then I guess you will know which one he's gonna use after he uses a status move. But
Do you have one round to prepare for it?
you pretty much, yeah. So pretty scary Pokemon. Strong start to the 50s. Let's see, 52. Snorlax. So, bulky Pokemon. Everybody knows Snorlax. Super bulky. I think he's more bulky on the special side than he is the physical side. I know Angie has used him against me many, many times. I'm quite familiar with...
Use them against me, I think. Once.
Yeah. Yeah, he's more on the special side, but has an insane 160 HP stat.
It takes some chipping away.
It takes a lot of chipping. Even if you do hit him physically, it still might take a bit.
That's what Weezing is lacking for.
That HP is crazy. Slocking would have a field day. But, he even has stick fat to lower fire and ice type moves damage, which is interesting. A lot of supportive moves, a lot of moves to just sit there and be annoying. It can rest, it can go the whole sleeping thing where it rests, it goes to sleep, and then uses sleep talk to keep using moves even while it's sleeping. Just a overall very annoying Pokemon to deal with.
100%.
And 110.
We're gonna go with a Spore.
Yeah, and 110 attack. It still hits pretty hard. So I could see Angie going for this one for sure. 53. Klefki. All right. We're going back down.
Way down.
We're not going to comfy levels of down, but we're still down there. Klefki actually, I have seen more often than Sunflora and Comfy for sure. Klefki is a really good support. I believe it has high defense as well. Kinda 91 defense, 87 special defense. It's not that super tanky.
Or the shiny hunted thing.
Its typing, however, is crazy. Steel Fairy is a very annoying
That's weird.
typing to deal with. You are weak to fire and ground, and that's it. A very good support Pokemon though, because it does have Prankster, which means its status moves always go first, regardless of speed. So mostly just used as a Prankster Pokemon to like set up screens or Thunder Wave. That's. I mean, you ain't really gonna do much else with this thing, but still more useful than Comfy. So let's see if we can do better. 44. Okay, we have a second weather setter. The rain setter is here. So, obviously a very important Pokemon, even in competitive. Like I said earlier, anything that can set weather up just by coming into the field is very important. So, we have already gone through a few Pokemon who help or benefit from the rain a bunch. Could maybe very possible to see a rain team now. Now that Pelipper's here.
Very possible.
Scary, especially with things like what was its name? We just saw Kingdra, who has Swift Swim and a lot of really strong moves to be fast in. I could see someone going for Pelipper, for sure, and then going Rain Team. That is a very high possibility, and like Belly Bolt there too in the rain. Oh, that's scary. Let's see, 40. No, fine, 40. 55. More Peko. Kind of another 50s. I'm not gonna lie, aren't looking super great.
Ain't looking great.
Ugh, we got Lucario and Snorlax, and then we got Pelipper too, though.
Yeah.
Morpeko being a electric dark type that switches between those two types every turn. Can be a little weird to deal with because you have to kind of time the transformations. Has pretty high, not super high attack and speed, 95 and 97. It does have the unique move Aura Wheel, which is very strong. It's a 110 base electric move, or dark move if he's in the other mode. Increase its movement speed and boosting its attack for a short time as well.
Squishy though, huh?
He is definitely squishy though. His HP and defenses are all in the 50s.
That's not good.
So, very squishy Pokemon, but can still pull out something, for sure. Also,
That might go on my list.
it is one of two electric types that we have. So, if anything, people might want it just for an electric type.
Hopefully they don't notice that.
You never know.
But they will notice.
They probably will, yeah.
Yeah.
So, we got two electric types on the board. Not too bad. Let's hit 56, I mean. 56. Ooh, Masquerain. I use this in my flying team. I love Masquerain. After using it, I really like it. It's Flying Bug. It has very good support moves with like Tailwind and I believe it gets like Pollen Puff to like heal your teammate and stuff. It also has Intimidate, which is a very strong ability to decrease the attack of the opposing Pokemon. And U-turn to swap out and come back later to Intimidate again. Really like this guy personally because I've used him before. I don't know if I would go for him in this. He's still sadly kind of towards the bottom, but
he's still on a maybe list.
Still has a really good 100 special attack. Aside from that, doesn't really have too much else going for it besides what I've said earlier with the Intimidate and the U-turn and some special moves here and there. Not a crazy Pokemon for sure, but if underestimated, it could pull something out. I think it's kind of on the same level as Morpeko, where it could be kind of annoying to deal with if you underestimate it too much. So 57, we already have a little. Here we go. Oh, I knew this guy was gonna show up eventually. I knew he was gonna show up.
No,
I thought about it the whole time. I was like, Garchomp's gonna show up. I just know it. I know it, and people are gonna go crazy. I mean, I don't need to say anything. This dude's been a menace from the time he came out. A very annoying ground type. He's also a dragon. 4 times weak to ice. Just throwing it out there. Very high attack, very high speed. Really good in sand teams as well. So could possibly see him within the sand team if somebody goes for that. And I don't need to say anything else. The dude's a menace in almost every regard. In almost every generation, he's terrorized people. 40. What are we on? 47, 48?
50?
Fucking bushes. Bro, these 50s are all over the place.
What is this, dude?
It's constantly up and down.
What's up with all the water Pokemon, though, bro? Like, what?
We are getting a shit ton of water Pokemon. Okay. Brucius is not a crazy Pokemon by any means. However, it does have a decently high attack and speed. 105 attack and 92 speed. It has the ability Strong Jaw, which means the power of its biting moves go up by 50%, which is kind of crazy. This means
if you can learn something like Crunch, that would be insane.
It does learn Crunch.
Oh my god, that's insane.
So it learns Crunch, it learns Psychic Fangs, and it can also learn Ice Fang.
So you can teach it Psychic Fangs, Ice Fang,
Crunch,
Bite, and Crunch, and just go ham.
And yeah, just bite people. I mean, that's...
But to keep flinching them and hurting them pretty good at the same time.
Yeah. So that's kind of the main thing with this. It's very strong at biting people, and that's about it. It can do damage. It absolutely can do damage. It's got one thing and one thing only, and that's biting people. But it can work.
Dude, I might add that one to my list.
That's an underrated Pokemon. I'm not even gonna lie. That's an underrated Pokemon.
I just want to have something that just bites people.
That could be pretty funny too.
Like a little chihuahua biting their ankles.
Yep. Alright. We are at 59. Oh my god, we're almost done. 50. Oh, Spiritomb.
That could be annoying.
A notoriously annoying Pokemon to deal with because of its very high defenses. Ghost Dark, a very annoying typing to deal with because its only weakness is Fairy. It has Pressure, which I guess could be kind of annoying depending on the situation. It has a high 108 defense and special defense. Doesn't have very high HP, but has a pretty wide variety of supported moves. It can Nasty Plot, and it can Hypnosis. It can Sucker Punch. It's got a decent move pool to choose from, and it can be annoying no matter what, really. Very low speed, though, so like if you're using it in a Trick Room team, maybe, but I don't know. I love Spiritomb, but I don't think it's gonna be sought after in this.
Yeah, no.
I don't see it doing too much in this set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so we are at 60 now. Big old number 60. What we got? Hydrapple.
Really?
Oh my god. We're starting to get a lot of dragon Pokemon.
Yep.
Hydrapple actually has seen a decent bit. Not a lot, but a decent bit of like tournament play.
I've seen them in Champions.
Yeah. People do use this thing. It has Regenerator, which is a really annoying ability. Every time it swaps out, it heals. It has a very solid 120 special attack. And it also has pretty high HP and defense. So you can kind of go HP, defense, or straight special attack. Has very annoying moves like Infestation to keep your Pokemon there, even if you want to swap out. It has Nasty Plot that could really start taking people out. Definitely leans more towards the offensive with its move pool. I believe this thing got a signature move. Yeah, Fickle Beam. So it's a normal 80 base power dragon move, but it has a 30% chance to double its attack, or double the move's attack. So possibly can do a lot. I don't know. It's a little iffy. I mean, its stats are crazy no matter what, so it's already scary. Not the craziest moveset. For some reason it gets Earthquake, because that's kind of crazy, even though it's not a physical attacker. Certainly something to look out for, but not really on the top of like my list or anything.
Yeah.
And then, wow, we are down to the last 5 normal Pokemon, and then we move to the 5 legendaries. So, 61. Pokemon 61 is Komo-o. Speaking of dragons.
Let's throw another one in there.
Man, we got a lot of dragons and a whole lot of not ice types. Do we even have an ice type yet? I don't think we have an ice type.
Gyarados and that fish is just gonna have to do it.
Like, we're just gonna have to teach ice moves to everybody because we do not have ice type at all. Wow, that's crazy, but we have a whole bunch of dragons. So I feel like, I mean, we don't have a lot of fairies either, right? So like dragon types are kind of scary this tournament, because there's not a lot of typings here to like resist dragons. Wow.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get Kingdra.
Yeah, the dragons are looking pretty scary. I guess they counter themselves too, so
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get Kingdra and just Draco Meteor.
it might be important to grab at least one dragon just to help deal with
Yeah.
them. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of scary. Oh, this is gonna be an interesting. I love the way this is coming out. Komodo, I believe, is a very strong physical attacker. I know he has the signature move. He has 2 signature moves, I think. One that, like, ups all his stats, but loses half his health. So he has Clanging Scales. Yeah, Clanging Scales is the one that, it's a spread move that hits both, or all opposing Pokemon, but lowers its own defense after using. And then he has the signature move Clangorous Soul that boosts all his stats by 1, but loses half his HP. So,
Double-edged sword.
a very scary Pokemon. What am I listening to? Can we listen to some actual?
They're on some silver, boy.
Man, this stupid playlist don't know. His stats are crazy. Like, he has 110 attack, 125 defense, 100 special attack, 105 special defense.
So he's tanky too.
He's pretty tanky too. Even if you don't train him in defenses, he's kind of tanky too. Can go attack or special attack.
So you can throw everything in.
Dude, I'm pretty terrified of this one. I think I have used Komodo before. He might be one I try to go for, but I can't see anyone, including myself, go for him and everyone else making it easy. I think Komodo is going to be one that everyone kind of, maybe not everyone wants, but everyone's going to be on the lookout for. Like, no one's going to let this one go, like, easily.
Yeah.
Okay. Woo. 62. Can we see another dragon? No. Okay. We have a fire type, which I don't think we have too much of.
We don't have that many.
We got Delphox, which I believe is also psychic. I think Delphox is fire psychic.
I think so.
Delphox. Yeah, fire psychic, which is an interesting type. Has a funny little ability where it can steal the held item of a Pokemon it hits. Has really good special attack, special defense, and speed. All are in the hundreds.
This would be a good contender.
Yeah, this one's
Oh, people's gonna go for him.
People might go for I'd like to believe.
But at the same time, going for a fire in this setup is kind of throwing yourself under the bus.
Kinda, you are. Fire types are not great in this this pool of Pokemon of waters.
So Charizard, as strong as he is, he's looking kind of bad right now.
Yeah, water, ground, a lot of ground Pokemon too, and ground beats fire. So, fire not looking too good. But we are playing in the game where you can change your typing. So, with Terrestrialize, it could be useful.
But you have to Terrestrialize, and that's
you do have to use your Terrestrialize to do that. So, while typing very important, it is also important to remember we are playing in the game where every Pokemon can change their typing, and also use Terra Blast, so that every Pokemon can not only change their typing, they can use any type of move with a specific Terrestrialize and Terra Blast, which I will always love. Terrestrialize will probably always be my favorite Pokemon gimmick. I love the ability to change typings. So that's important to remember. Delphox will probably be always the one terrestrialized if used. So, with that, we have 63. We already have Mendibus. Lurantis.
Bro, come on, what's going on here?
So, another grass Pokemon. I want to say it's...
Which could be decent against this water metal that we got going.
Oh, definitely. The few grass Pokemon we have are very important. It is just grass. I thought it was grass bug. It's just grass. Has one of the more unique abilities, Contrary, where anytime it loses a stat, it actually gains that stat instead.
That could be kind of cool.
So, I believe it also gets... oh, maybe it doesn't. I thought it got the... What's that one grass move where they, like, lose 2 stages of special attack? I forget what it's called. Is it Leaf Storm, I think? I want to say it's Leaf Storm.
Maybe, I think.
Oh, it does get Leaf Storm by TM. So, Lurantis using Leaf Storm will actually gain 2 stages of special attack every time it uses it. I would put Lurantis as like another sleeper, where it's not super intimidating, but it could definitely do some damage.
Just take my money.
Kind of an awkward Pokemon to use, but certainly something interesting.
I'm gonna have a retarded team, bro.
Dude, look at this pool, bro. I think we're all gonna have really weird teams.
Our teams are gonna be weird, but you already know how I set up shit. It's gonna be weird.
Kinda, but I don't know. The teams are gonna be so weird that it's like it's gonna be really hard to predict how we're playing. Like, unless you're going something really obvious like Sand Team or Water Team, then it's gonna be really hard to guess what the hell is going on with these Pokemon. But with that, let's go to 64. And we got Reverum. A very interesting steel and poison type. I want to say this thing is very obviously fast as fuck.
It can be annoying. It can.
It's actually not that fast for being a straight up engine. It's 90.
It'd be like epic.
90 base speed, 90 base defense, and 119 base attack. Pretty good. It's got a lot of really neat moves. Like it's got a good ability, filter, where super effective moves against him is reduced by 25%. It's not bad. Its other ability is pretty good. Overcoat, it prevents itself from weather effects and powder moves like Sleep Powder and Poison Powder. It does have the... I don't think it's a signature move, but it's a very... I think only 2 or 3 Pokemon get this move called Shift Gear. That boosts its attack and sharply boosts its speed stat. So once it gets if it gets a shift gear off, you're not outspeeding this thing anymore. And it's also gonna hit even harder. It's got really good, really a lot of decent moves to choose from. You can set up toxic spikes, which is always useful. Parting shot is an insane pivot move for... I don't know why the hell this thing gets parting shot, but it does. It also gets self-destruct. I didn't know that. Gunk shot on this thing is going to do crazy damage. Kind of scary, I would say. A little scary. Maybe not super scary. It ain't Komodo or Garchomp scary, but it's up there. I would say it's up there. And for the final number 65 normal Pokemon, we have Haxorus, another dragon.
Come on. Man.
Holy moly. Oh, it's going to be a dragon tournament at this point.
I'm going to run straight water with ice moves.
I don't know why this isn't. My stupid thing is being weird. No, why is it doing this? Whatever, I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. I just gotta retype this. Ah! I'm not gonna be able to organize it, whatever. Alright, Haxorus. Yet another goddamn dragon. I think it's just straight dragon. Yeah, just dragon. But also still very similarly scary from as other dragons. A very high 147 attack stat. And a pretty good 97 speed. This thing is incredibly strong. It's not super fast, but like I don't know, if you get hit by this thing, it's gonna hurt no matter what. It gets some really good coverage moves, like it gets first impression, which is kind of crazy. That's a bug move. Iron Tail is a really Night Slash. Aqua Tail. Of course, Outrage. Like, if this thing outrages, it gets Earthquake, too. That's really scary. 147 attack stat. Earthquake is gonna mess people up. Of course, it gets Dragoness. It gets Sword Dance. Oh, if this thing gets a Sword Dance off, holy shit. That Rock Slide looking pretty painful. Dragon Tail has always got like a nice supportive kind of thing. Overall, pretty scary. Wow, we have a lot of scary dragons. So, okay, well that's just permanently messed up now. We'll go down here and do legendaries. Start from like right here. Alright, well, now that 65 is over with, we will do sub-legendary, legendary, probably not mythical, and Paradox Pokemons from the same 3 regions. 1 Pokemon, 3 legendary. I wonder if it's only gonna pick legendary Pokemon now, or I think so. I think it should only pick legendary Pokemon. Are you ready, chicken?
I'm ready.
Our first legendary out of 5 in the PeachBoo auction tournament That's not a legendary.
That's
That
not a
is
legendary.
all right. How do I
Select all off.
How do the what?
It would go to the left. What's the select all?
I think that just picks everything. Yeah, that just picks everything. I know earlier I fully I don't know how to do only legendary because it's still like legendary and also normal Pokemon. Let me try again. Nope. 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 Okay.
There it is, right there.
That's not. That's not a legendary. How do I get only legendary Pokemon? What if unevolved? What if I put only unevolved?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Here we go. Okay, okay. Number 1 is Miraidon. Okay. That's horrifying because Miraidon is not only a great legendary, it's also a very meta-relevant legendary. That thing is scary. It's fast. It hits very hard. It has a move that hits every Pokemon on the field and heals itself. It sets up electric terrain by itself, which is always amazing because it gets a boost in electric terrain. Very, very scary. More on the special side. We don't have a lot of fairy types, but we do have a lot of dragon types that can take care of it because it itself is a dragon.
Yeah.
So having a dragon type is kind of necessary in this Pokemon pool. Huh?
But having like Kingdra would be useless against it.
Kingdra wouldn't be useless. It will get one shot. But if you can hit it, because with Swift Swim, you're probably faster than Miraidon. But you do kind of have to take him out first. A good Draco Meteor from what's his name? I forgot his name. Kingdra. A good Draco Meteor from Kingdra might just take this guy out. I'm not gonna lie. But in that sense, you do have to have Rain Up, which you would need Pelipper, or just to use it manually on another Pokemon. A very scary Pokemon indeed. I'm not looking forward to Miraidon at all.
Oh.
I am going. My want for a Dragon type Pokemon has gone up significantly just because of Miraidon. So, with that first crazy legendary out the way, wouldn't it be crazy if we got both Miraidon and Koraidon?
Watch.
Bruh. Legendary number 2. We get... That's not... God
Mimikyu.
fucking damn it.
Perfect.
Ah!
Just click it again. Just click it again. Just click it again.
Terapagos. Okay. Also, a very powerful, meta-relevant legendary Pokemon. I believe this thing is just normal type, but let me refresh my memory. Yeah, it is a normal type. However, it has some of the most insane abilities and signature moves you've ever god dang seen in Pokemon. If this thing terastallizes, it has the stats of like a god. 160 HP, 105 attack, 110 defense, 130 special attack, 110 special defense, and just 85 speed. Without terastallizing, it's a bit more manageable. It's 100 less base stats. a little easier to deal with. However, its signature move makes it a lot harder to deal with. Called Terra Starstorm, where when it's used by Terrapagos, when it terastallizes, it damages both opponent Pokemon with a crazy 120 base attack. So whoever goes for Terrapagos, chances are they will terastallize this thing, because terastallizing this thing will result in a shit ton of damage to both Pokemon constantly. And because of its ability, this Pokemon also isn't very easy to get rid of. So it's without terastallizing, its ability is Terra Shell, where as long as it's at full HP, whatever move hits it will be not very effective. Regardless of if it's a super effective move, it will just straight up turn into not very effective if its HP is full. When it does terastallize, it also gets rid of any kind of weather or terrain. So that could also be very annoying to deal with, because it can single-handedly deal with any kind of weather or terrain team. This thing's horrifying. Like, I've watched a lot of competitive Pokemon, and this thing has always done insane amounts of damage. More than Miraidon, which is saying something, because Miraidon is considered one of the best legendary Pokemon.
It's gonna be insane.
I'm terrified. I'm terrified already of these legendaries. We got two of like the best, most meta relevant Pokemon of all. Like right off the bat.
Erase this part and then repick it.
You know, I'm probably gonna regret not doing that later on. I genuinely don't know. Like, if I don't get one of these two, what the hell am I gonna do?
Fucked.
Dude, I hope we get a few more crazy legendaries, because these two are at the top of the top. And if the other three are like fucking Articuno or something, we're fucked. I'm sorry, but Articuno and the doggies ain't doing shit to these two.
Like, literally.
Oh my god, I can't believe we got these two right off the bat. Oh. Like, just having one of these two Pokemon is gonna change the...
Raikou could hurt the grass. I mean, Raikou could hurt the water. But
yeah.
But
as far as
other legendaries,
as far as dealing with these two, you need something else.
I'm all Weezing and Slaking.
Slocking might be a pretty good answer for this, and I ain't gonna lie. Slocking, Weezing might be like the way to get rid of these. All right. Well, with that, let's see what legendary number 3 is.
Cause you could get rid of their abilities to Weezing.
Yeah. So, number 3 out of 5 legendaries. Okay, that's a paradox.
That is a paradox.
A very strong paradox, I will say. Roaring Moon is widely considered, maybe not the best, but definitely like the top, I want to say like top 3 paradox Pokemon for sure. I've personally had my ass handed to me by this Pokemon from Angie using it. This thing has straight up swept my whole team just by itself. It's It is terrifying. Let's see. I want to see the stats. So a whopping 139 attack with a strong 105 HP, 101 special defense, and 119 speed. Its defense and special attack are pretty low, but everything else is over 100. So, what typing is this thing? Dragon Dark. This might be the answer to Miraidon right here. At least one of the strongest contenders to deal with Miraidon. Of course, that kind of goes both ways because they're both dragons.
It's whichever one gets their attack off first.
Kinda, yeah. Let's see. Roaring Moon has
quick claw and hope for the best.
Quick Claw. Roaring Moon has 119 speed. Miraidon has what? It'd be kind of hilarious if they both have 119. No, Miraidon has 135. So,
Yeah,
if both of them are trained in speed, Miraidon will outspeed Roaring Moon. But Roaring Moon has access to Dragon Dance and stuff to increase its speed. So if it can get that off, this is probably the anti-Miraidon right here. That is going to be an interesting clash of whoever has Roaring Moon and whoever has Miraidon. I'm really looking forward to seeing how those two deal with each other. My fucking text box is...
You done? You done what?
Messing up. Just do it like that. Alright. Number 4. I mean, we're starting off with, like, some of the strongest of the strongest. I'm kind of waiting for, like, I don't know, Screamtail or something as, like, as a really weak Paradox or something. Or Raikou. Let's see what legendary number 4 is. That's certainly not a legendary. Nope, still. Perfect. And of course we got the other fucking one. Goddamn course.
Turn it off for you.
Okay. So 3 out of the 5 legendaries are already dragons. That's gonna be very interesting because that's a lot of dragons that are gonna be going at each other, and that's excluding all the other normal dragons that we got previously.
Bro, what is this tournament gonna be?
Dragon fight, probably. To be honest with you, it's just gonna be a big old dragon fight. Koraidon, of course, I ain't gotta say shit. Koraidon's the opposite of Miraidon. He's just the physical version of Miraidon. That's it. He uses the sun instead of electric terrain. If there were to be someone who is crazy enough to somehow manage to get both Koraidon and Roaring Moon, that would be an insane combination because Roaring Moon has the Paradox ability. I forget what it's called. But you know how the Paradox Pokemon have like an upgrade ability where if they have the either electric terrain if you're a future Pokemon or the sun if you're a past Paradox Pokemon.
Yeah.
So Koraidon sets up the sun for the past Paradoxmon, and Miraidon sets up the electric terrain for the future Paradox Pokemon. So, and Roaring Moon is a past Paradox Pokemon. So if someone were to somehow manage to get Koraidon and Roaring Moon, they might be just straight up unbeatable. I don't even think Terapagos will be able to handle those two.
If somebody does that, we're switching the singles.
We're what?
If somebody gets them both, we're switching to singles.
We're switching to singles. I don't even think singles will save you from those two. So that's kind of funny. What would be really funny is if we now saw a future Paradox Pokemon to go with Miraidon. So let's see. What's number 5 for the red legendary list? And we sure fucking did. We got a future Paradox Pokemon. Bro, what is this? This is the most like scripted legendaries I've ever seen. We got both the box art legendaries, a Paradox Pokemon for each one, and the goddamn like final legendary of the last DLC, Terapagos, the strongest one. This is the most scripted as legendaries. Like, can we even get? Yeah, we can get like Pheasantipity, Sandy Shocks, Iron Jugulis, Great Tusk. Like, can we? Is the other legendaries like Raikou and everything even in this list? I guess not, by the looks of it. Wo Qian? Oh, we could have gotten the what is it, like the Cursed Four or whatever their name is?
Yeah. Could have, but we didn't.
But we did not. Gouging Fire, we could have got those Paradox. The Paradoxes of like Suicune and stuff right here.
Yeah, we could have got them.
So I guess the normal legendaries that you get from the Blueberry Academy thing isn't a part of this.
Could be.
I would have thought it was. I mean, I have the
Blueberry,
Paldea, Kami. So, I mean, I guess it does like the ones that are unique to these games. Like, because all those other legendaries are from other games.
Yeah.
So it did the ones that are only like released in this game, which I guess is fine. We ended up with a very like kind of balanced legendary group, I would say.
Yeah, but it's.
I think Iron Bundle is like probably the lowest of the legendaries. Roaring Moon's 100% the top of the past Pokemon. Iron Bundle is don't get me wrong, Iron Bundle is pretty scary. That little motherfucker has 136 speed and 124 special attack. It's gonna outspeed the fuck out of you and hit you very, very, very hard.
Yep.
And it's got pretty decent moves, I would say. I don't know. I'm happy with how this kind of came out. I think all the legendaries are really good in their own thing. I would really hope that no one ends up with 2 of them. Like, I would hope that no one gets Miraidon plus Iron Bundle or Koraidon plus Roaring Moon, because that would be terrifying.
It would be.
However, they're all pretty terrifying in their own right. Especially Terapagos and the 2 Miraidon and Koraidon. Wow. I feel like that's like one of the most scripted legendaries you could get, right? Like, like that feels like something I would come up with. Like these are the legendaries that I'm putting into the auction just because they fit, you know?
Crazy, bro.
So,
crazy.
While the group of 65 normal Pokemon isn't like amazing, I guess, especially not in variety of typings, because my god, we are definitely lacking a bunch of types. We are it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. I'm curious to see how people combine.
What's gonna happen is everybody's gonna spend all their money on legendaries.
I feel like nobody's gonna plan to try to get more than one legendary, just because it is gonna be a lot of money. No one's gonna let each other go too crazy on legendaries. I would hope. But we're gonna. I'm very curious to see how this goes. Like, if this ends up being just like a landslide, it's like, okay, we'll next time we do something like this, we'll kind of fix it up to where that doesn't happen again. I don't think it will happen though. I do think there's enough variety here to where everybody's gonna have a pretty decent setup. We may not all have the most synchronized like Pokemon, but I feel like there's a lot of like really good Pokemon, or enough really good Pokemon for everybody to have like a pretty decent team.
Yeah.
I'm psyched. I'm excited for this. I'm really looking forward to this.
Looking forward to quick calls.
It's gonna be a oh, I should mention, is Iron Bundle? Yeah, Iron Bundle is Ice Water, by the way. I think that's our only ice type.
So he might be one to get.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is Iron Bundle might be the the lowest of the other 4 legendaries, but it's an ice type, which is very, very important to beat most of these dragons out here. So while Iron Bundle might be probably the lowest of the legendaries, its typing is actually insane for this set of Pokemon.
Yeah.
So I think all the legendaries are up there. So I would really hope that I don't know. We will probably have a rule to where you can only have one legendary.
That would be the best thing.
That was the initial idea, was that everyone can only have one legendary. And we'll probably keep that. So I think that's only fair. Because I think having 2 of these fuckers is a little too much.
They'd just be a walk in the park for whoever it is.
So I think that's it. I think we're done here. That was almost fucking 3 hours it took to do this.
That was.
I mean, I fucking yapped the whole time, but
yeah, it's fine. I only gotta wake up in a couple hours.
Oh, you got fucking teeth thing tomorrow, right? How early is that?
I gotta be there at 9:20.
You still got time to sleep.
Yeah, not with these wild ass kids. You don't hear them?
Oh, yeah, I've definitely heard. I mean, they're not loud, but I do hear them in the back.
Gee, no, they're loud. It's just I finally got noise suppression to work on.
Oh. Alright, well, with that, we have our Pokemon pool for the auction tournament. The actual date of the auction is still to be determined. Yep, I gotta wait for people and their schedules. Once I have that, we will try to get this auction done as soon as possible, so that we can start our team making, our building, our shiny hunting. And yeah, the quicker we can get the auction part out the way, the quicker we can start our teams. So, with that, I shall end the stream. It was a awesome little Pokemon reveal to do. I highly doubt anybody's gonna actually watch this, but I hope if someone does watch this, it was at least I made it a little entertaining.
If people do watch this, I'm joking about slacking and wheezing.
I I definitely don't plan on pouring all my money into those two.
Never,
I
do
would never. But alrighty, this me and Chicken are gonna hop off the stream, and probably next stream will be the actual auction. So look forward to that. We will. Why did that pop up? Alright. We will be back at another time. I don't know when. Bye bye.